Coffee's just not doing it for me anymore, Ken.
That's because you need a real boost at the cellular level.
Talk to me.
Well, where do you think your energy comes from?
My food?
Yes, but what converts food into energy that your body can use?
Oh, I know this one. My cells.
Bingo.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the C60 show. If you've been looking for a way to boost your energy naturally and you want to get off the caffeine roller coaster, this video is for you.
Yes, we'll show you how to trade in those anxious coffee jitters for the kind of clear, calm, and focused energy you get by optimizing your health at the cellular level. Hi, I'm Ken, Chief Science Officer and founder of C60 Purple Power.
And I'm Sierra, Certified Functional Nutrition Counselor. Be sure to stick around until the end of this video because we're going to share a secret hack for sustaining your energy levels in a way that no energy drink or quadruple latte can do.
We know you're going to like this hack, a latte. Is that bad?
Oh no, Ken, let's not start with the coffee puns. I can't espresso enough how cheesy they are.
Okay, well, let's get started. But first, all opinions expressed in this video are for informational purposes only and are not a substitute for professional medical advice. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration.
C60 Purple Power products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, mitigate, or prevent any disease. Individual results may vary. Okay, so let's talk about what caffeine addicts we all are. Did you know that 90% of the world population consumes at least one caffeinated beverage per day?
Well, that doesn't surprise me. People get addicted to caffeine because it gives them a temporary energy boost and can even improve their mood. It's actually considered a drug because it stimulates the central nervous system, making you more alert. But the downside is this effect is only temporary, and the more you use caffeine, the more you need to get the same effect.
Yes, there are certainly some downside effects of too much caffeine. Caffeine actually stimulates cortisol production, the stress hormone in your body, which can lead to adrenal fatigue, which is why for some people, coffee can actually make them feel tired. I'm one of those people. I notice that when I drink coffee, I get a nice spike of energy and then I completely crash. Well, something happens when your body's making all this extra stress hormone. Basically, the process of producing that hormone is called steroidogenesis, and this process produces a ton of oxidative stress in the body, which can actually lead to increased inflammation, and that makes you tired.
And coffee messes with your sleep, especially me if I drink it after 12 o'clock, and it actually blocks the hormone serotonin that tells you when you're tired. And coffee can cause anxiety and nervousness and increase stress levels, and part of that is because some coffees get mold contamination, and when you drink it, you get aflatoxins in the coffee.
Yeah, and anyone that has any kind of anxiety or mental issues with stress or anything like that, just beware because caffeine can actually ramp up your stress levels. So if you notice that you often feel nervous or jittery, it might be a good time to look at your caffeine intake and cut it back. We're not going to tell you to quit coffee or tea because, well, we'd be hypocrites. But with a little help, you can at least cut way back.
Yes, and you can always do the stress test. Now, if you put the hand out there and it's shaking, you've had too much caffeine.
So in order to talk about how to increase your energy naturally, we really have to mention a few factors that may be the cause of your fatigue and maybe making you want to reach for that caffeine in the first place.
Yes, addressing what's making you tired is the obvious first place to start. Here are a few of the factors that cause fatigue.
Nutrient deficiencies. That's one of the first things you want to address. Ask your doctor to test your levels and see if you have any nutrient deficiencies. Also, toxic overload can be a huge factor. And toxins, of course, cause oxidative stress, which is another factor. And guess what? Oxidative stress can cause inflammation, which is another factor. So one good thing is you can tick these off and they'll all kind of go away, right? Because you get rid of the oxidative stress, you get rid of the inflammation at the same time. These are some easy things you can address right away.
And then there's mitochondria issues. That if your mitochondria aren't working correctly, because mitochondria are little organelles in your cells and they make ATP, the energy molecule for 95% of your cellular metabolism. And if they're not functioning right, well, you're going to have fatigue. And also another is hormone deficiencies. And that's also linked to mitochondria often because mitochondria make pregnenolone, the precursor molecule for all the hormones. So if your mitochondria are not working, you've got problems.
And of course, sleep problems would be a really obvious one. If you're not sleeping, you're going to feel tired. So definitely address that. Lack of exercise can really affect your sleep and also your energy levels. Also, of course, stress of any kind, emotions, and trauma. And then lastly, poor diet. Now you'll notice that quite a few of these things can be corrected just by some simple lifestyle changes, diet changes, and incorporating some healthy habits into your daily practice. But sometimes when you're exhausted, it's really hard to make these major changes because it takes a lot of effort and energy to change and to plan and to, do your food prep and all of that. So what you really want to do is tick off those first few right away that are the easiest ones so that you have a little bit more energy to address some of these bigger lifestyle changes. Now, we're going to give you a hack that's going to help you do that. So let's get to that next. We go into much more detail about each one of these factors in our video, How to Beat Fatigue, that I'll link to right here.
And the good news is that when you're able to address some of these factors, you can start feeling better right away.
Yeah, you really can't pass go until you address your diet, exercise, and lifestyle. No hack, supplement, pill, or magic potion is going to take the place of healthy habits, period. But okay, let's face it. We know you're here for the hack. If you're here for the hack, shout it out in the comments. Are you here for it?
Oh, I'm here for it. We certainly don't advise you to skip steps, but we know you need all the help you can get. So here's your simple, easy to implement hack that you can start doing right away to improve your energy levels. Introducing carbon-60, a little known molecule that happens to be the most powerful antioxidant known.
So you may be wondering, well, how does C60 support energy levels? Well, C60 does one thing really, really well that leads to a whole downstream effect of health benefits. And that is C60 neutralizes free radicals and lifts the oxidative burden the cells are under so they can do their job.
And C60 supports hormone levels by increasing pregnenolone production.
And it can also increase your melatonin production, which can support better sleep.
Yes, and also it's going to be enhancing energy production in your cells. That's that magical ATP molecule that keeps us going.
So because C60 neutralizes free radicals, that really helps with mitochondrial function. Now, what role do the mitochondria play in energy production, Ken?
Well, obviously, as we mentioned before, mitochondria produce ATP, the energy molecule of the cell. That does 95% of the metabolism in your cells, which is, of course, the energy that runs your body. So healthy mitochondria really improve energy production. And then mitochondria also make pregnenolone, which is a precursor molecule for all the hormones. So if you don't have a pregnenolone levels, you're not going to be able to produce the hormones you need. And mitochondria also make a lot of precursors for DNA and RNA synthesis. So that's really important for you for healthy cells and stem cell health.
Now, we mentioned mitochondria efficiency. Another thing that can be a downstream effect of that is that you're going to get better mental clarity and cognitive function. And then also when your AT production and your energy in the cells is enhanced, it really helps your brain because your neurons have more energy to make neurotransmitters, to transport neurotransmitters, and to reuptake neurotransmitters. That's probably too much to say, but yeah, it helps with mental clarity and cognitive function. So next time, when it's time to ramp up your energy and maybe help your brain a little bit, reach for some C60. Yeah. Just 1 teaspoon a day is plenty. You don't need to overdo it, but if you do need a little extra energy throughout your day, you can take small doses, and it works really well.
Yes, comes in MCT coconut oil and olive oil as well.
And avocado. We hope you found this video helpful. If so, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.
And if you'd like to try C60 for yourself, visit shopc60.com and remember to use the coupon code TheC60Show for 10% off your order.
If you're watching us on YouTube today, we'd love to see you again. Please make sure to subscribe and click the bell icon to get a notification every time we upload something new.
See you next time.